Mace Windu was a male Corran human Jedi Master of a legendary status who was the Master of the Order in the days leading up to the Battle of Geonosis, after which he gave the title to Grand Master Yoda. Hailing from the world of Huron Kal, Mace Windu served as one of the last members of the Jedi High Council before the Great Jedi Purge. Serving on the council, Windu was often regarded as second only to the Grand Master Yoda, though Windu was 8 centuries Yoda's junior. Windu's wisdom and power were considered legendary by many, as were the weight of his words. Mace Windu was ultimately brought down by Anakin Skywalker, which had led to the fall of the Republic. According to legend, Yoda was trained in a swamp world by Nkata del Gormo. After being taken in by the Jedi Temple, Yoda rose to prominence as one of the greatest Jedi Masters. Yoda was one of the most powerful and renowned Jedi Masters in galactic history. He was known for his legendary wisdom, mastery of the Force, and skills in lightsaber combat. Yoda served as a member of the Jedi High Council in the last centuries of the Galactic Republic. As Grand Master, oversaw the Jedi Order before, during, and after the devastating Clone Wars. Following the First Battle of Geonosis, Yoda held the title of Master of the Order in addition to that of the Grand Master. In his centuries of service to the galaxy and the Force, Grandmaster Yoda had a hand in the training of nearly all the Jedi in the Order, including such luminaries as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ki-Adi-Mundi, and Opo-Rancisis, all of whom would come to serve the Jedi Council along with him. Yoda died of old age, and his last words to Luke were informing him about his connection to Darth Vader. Hey guys, it's me, this Influence 3, coming to you in a video, and today I'm doing the first versus series, and as you can see, it's Mace Windu versus Master Yoda. Enjoy! First we will compare them physically. Yoda is a member of a long-lived species with unknown origin. Now, although Yoda is 900 years old and small, he is nowhere near as decrepit as people make him out to be. This is implied in several sources, as in Yoda Rendezvous and even his normal combating style. However, he still does suffer from mild arthritis. Mace Windu was a 53-year-old man and was noted for his pain threshold and his strength. Mace Windu was an extremely powerful Jedi, and besides his age, he compensated it through his strength. Now, this verdict is quite difficult to choose, as Yoda, although he has arthritis, is an incredibly strong duelist with his accurately placed kicks. But, due to his arthritis, we have to give this one to Mace Windu due to his physical strength and his ferocity when dueling. Now I will compare them as martial artists and lightsaber duelists. Yoda was one of the greatest duelists of all time, as he had many centuries practicing and refining his skills. Yoda was stated to have mastered all 7 forms of lightsaber dueling. However, his preferred 3 were Shicho, Makashi, and Ataru. Shicho is the most basic and ancient form of lightsaber dueling. For this reason, it is taught first to Jedis. The moves of Form 1 focus on disarming one's opponent without hurting him. Its wide sweeping motions are useful when facing multiple enemies, but do not work well against single lightsaber-wielding opponents. Form 2, Makashi, emphasizes precision, simple footwork, and preventing disarmament, and thus is a strong defense against Form 1. Curved hilt lightsabers made it easier to control the one-handed fight style. After the Sith were all but destroyed around 1000 BBY, lightsaber duels became uncommon once again, and a few Jedi studied Form 2. Those who did admired it as the most elegant form of lightsaber combat. Form 4, Ataru, is an aggressive acrobatic style. A practitioner of this form channels the Force to achieve high-speed movements, impossible leaps, and deadly strikes. To an outsider, it appears as a wild rush of movement. Its use of acrobatics makes Form 4 difficult to master and dangerous to even attempt. Even with the aid of the Force, a Jedi risks expending too much energy in a short burst of offensive strikes, leaving him open to attacks if he cannot defeat the enemy quickly enough. Mace Windu, possibly the greatest duelist of all time. Having mastered all forms of lightsaber combat and creating his own, Vapad. Form 7 Vapu is the most difficult of the traditional lightsaber forms, both physically and emotionally. Rather than riding themselves of emotions, practitioners of Form 7 channel them into a fight, attacking with chaotic, furious, and unpredictable moves to catch their opponents off guard. During the time before the Clone Wars, Mace Windu developed Vapad, a variation of traditional Form 7 fighting, Juyo. Its premise was turning the Jedi into a conduit, channeling an opponent's negative emotions back at him. Only a few Jedi were allowed to learn Form 7, as it was thought to bring its practitioners dangerously to the close dark side. For this I declare Mace Windu the winner. Now we will look at both of their Force abilities. Master Windu's mastery of the Force was extensive. He was known for this resistance to the lures of the dark side, channeling his inner darkness into his attacks to help him serve the light side of the Force. This allowed him to utilize some of his darkest powers known to either Jedi or Sith without succumbing to his aggression, such as terrible Force Crush. His mastery of he created Vapad also proved his devotion to the light, as the two only other advanced users, Depa Billaba and Sora Bulk, fell to the dark side. Mace Windu was known to be able to ponder matters of the dark and light sides of the Force with a clarity, perhaps second only to Master Yoda. Yoda, as befitting a centuries-old Jedi Grand was incredibly powerful in the Force. He possessed the ability to effortlessly disarm powerful adversaries like Asajj Ventress, who was known to have defeated Kit Fisto, and could hold her own against the likes of Mace Windu and Anakin Skywalker with a simple gesture. In addition, Master Yoda was capable of easily manipulating strong-willed individuals, such as Captain Typho, and could delve into the minds of others to decipher their thoughts with great precision. Yoda's telepathic capabilities also allowed him to manipulate the memories of his targets. For Force abilities, I declare Grandmaster Yoda the winner. Now I will compare them in their armaments and tools. Yoda's lightsaber has a rich hand grip, heavy emitter shroud, and throttle-style trigger. Now, although this is a Shoto, it's average size to him, so it doesn't really give him too much of an advantage. So it's perfect size for him when in duel. Yoda's lightsaber features a green Adagan crystal, which means that he is a guardian of the Jedi Council. He uses words to resolve conflicts instead of violence. This means he is a Jedi guardian of the Council. His Force powers are greater than his dueling ability, but he is still quite strong. Mace Windu's lightsaber has a long, rich hand grip. It's definitely unique because he built it himself, and this is the second lightsaber he had when he became senior member in the Jedi Council, and it has an electrum finish. Mace Windu's lightsaber includes a purple hurricane lightsaber crystal. This represents that he has affiliations with both light side and dark side ability and relies on his brute force. Now this is a tough decision. Mace Windu has a longer reach on his blade, and Yoda has a Shoto made with the assistance of Hu Yan, which is centuries old. Yep, it's in good condition. and the blade is of standard size to him, and because of that, I declare both combatants a draw. Both of these duelists are extremely skilled in both their own ways. Yoda is extremely skilled in using the Force, as he has been perfecting that his whole life. Mace Windu, on the other hand, he has been practicing lightsaber dueling and strengthening his body his whole life. I think that this duel it'd be very difficult to decide who would win, but I think that Mace Windu would take the upper hand only because that although Yoda has his ability with the Force, he doesn't seem to show off his talent too much. He relies way too much on his blade and his skills as a lightsaber duelist, and not enough as a Force wielder. For this reason, I declare Mace Windu the overall winner. Well guys, that's it. That's all there is, and this is just a summarized version, not an in-depth analysis. But here are just my thoughts, and this was suggested by my friend, so thank you. And this was quite hard to make, so this is my first time, so please don't give me like loads of stick on this. But I will improve over time. But hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe.